So 2020 has been a wild ride for everyone. And I want to take a moment for us to sit down and look back at this year with grace, kindness, and love for ourselves so we can decide what it is we can take from this year forward and what we want to leave behind. Hey friends, I'm Abbas, and today we're going to do some reflecting and journaling on 2020. We're going to look at what are the things that have been working for us this year? What are the things we learned? What are the biggest moments of joy that we had? And what are the things that we want to take with us and what do we want to leave behind? I've created a worksheet that goes along with this video that you can download in the description below. You can use that to print it out, look at it on a tablet, or even just use it to follow along with all the questions that we're going to go through in this video. So grab your journal and let's get started. So the first question we want to ask ourselves is, what is working? What were some of your wins of 2020? What are things that you've been doing that have been proven to work in the past that you want to keep doing in the future? Think about the ways that you group your life up into different categories. That might be physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. That might be work, family life, personal life, etc. For each of these different categories in your life, ask yourself, what is working here? What are things that I want to keep doing? In this isolated situation of COVID-19, what are things you learned about your needs, desires, and day-to-day life? How can you take all the things that are working in your life and transition them into actions that you can take every day in 2021? For me, I found that making time every day to exercise, to do something creative, and to do some learning, whether that's through books or courses, kept me really motivated during the pandemic. The next question we want to ask ourselves is, what did I learn? So if the pandemic put you in a difficult situation, whether that was emotionally, financially, or even physically, what did you learn about yourself? Maybe you learned that you're resilient, that you can get through something really, really difficult, that you can pick yourself back up even when you're at rock bottom. For me during this pandemic, I learned that I can't control other people. I can't control who's wearing a mask. I can't control who's going outside without one. I can't control how other people interact, but I can control how I react. I can control my boundaries, I can express them to other people, and I can stand firm in what's comfortable for me. Thrown out of your normal rhythm of life, was there a different outlook that you were given in 2020? Is there anything that you learned about yourself or about life in general that you can use to better your life in 2021? Question number 3. What were some moments of joy? What lit you up this year? What were some of your happiest moments? When in everyday life did you feel the happiest? What part of the mundane, being home every day, did you learn to fall in love with? For me, some of my happiest moments were talking to my friends and family, attending virtual concerts, seeing friends socially distanced. I actually also had the privilege to be able to travel a little bit before COVID hit. In my everyday life, I learned that I loved incorporating reading. I love ending every day on my Kindle late at night reading a book about fantasy or about personal growth, and it just makes me go to bed with a smile. Take some time and write down what are the things that brought you the most joy. How can you take these and bring them forward and make more time for them in 2021? What am I most excited about moving forward? Now, we're going to make 2 columns. On the left side, I want you to write what I want to take forward. On the right, what I want to leave behind. In these columns, think of actions, behaviors, activities that you've done throughout this entire year that you do want to keep doing. And then on the right, write things that you don't want to keep doing. Look back at your answers that you wrote down for the first 3 questions. See if there's things that you do want to pull forward and there are things that you might want to leave behind. For me, I want to spend more time creating and writing and less time on social media. I want to spend time creating things that help people and less time worrying about what other people think of me. All right, now you should have a long list of things that you want to take with you into 2021 and things you want to leave behind in 2020. What I want you to do is pick 3 of the things that you want to keep moving forward with. Take these and write them down on a new page in your journal. Here, I want you to write down one tiny action step that you can take towards any of these. For me, I want to spend more time writing, I want to make time for exercising, and I want to consistently create content next year. So the action steps that I can create from that are, for writing, I want to spend 20 minutes a day writing. That seems like a pretty reasonable goal, not too overwhelming, something that I can definitely make time for. I've definitely tried the word count method, and that hasn't worked for me yet because I usually just overwhelm myself with large amounts of words. And instead, I think giving myself a time will be much better for me. For exercising, I want to have 4 workouts a week. Now, I already have 2 because of a class that I take, so that would just mean 2 more. And I'm gonna leave it kind of vague as workouts because for me, that could be running, that could be making time for dance, that could be playing, a physical activity game, whatever that might be. And the third for me is creating consistent content. So I want to just create more videos, I want to create more worksheets, I want to create more stuff in general and put it out there for people. So I want a goal for maybe releasing 2 videos a month on YouTube. Now that's a really realistic goal for me because I work a full-time job, I run an Etsy store, I have a lot of other things to do. So I want to focus on making it really achievable. If you aren't familiar with SMART goals, I will leave a link down in the description to understand how you can make something more achievable. All right, so take some time and take the goals that you've come up with, the strategies and the things that you want to move forward with. Just pick 3 if you want to be ambitious, pick more of them, maybe 5 or 6, and turn them into concrete action steps that you can take moving forward. And again, you can download the worksheet down below to follow along with all the questions that we went through on this video today. So I want you to leave a comment down below with what is one concrete action step that you want to take in 2021 to better your life based on what brought you joy and what brought you happiness in 2020. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you show yourself some kindness today. I'll see you in the next one.